È una giornata molto ventosa qui a Miami e la prova di oggi non sarà tranquilla.
It's a very windy day here in Miami and today's test won't be quiet. Do you know Palm Beach? No, not the beautiful town of Florida, but Palm Beach in New South Wales, Australia, where the construction site Palm Beach was founded. In 2014, Palm Beach was bought by Grand Banks Yacht, the famous manufacturer that today has offices in the United States, Europe and Asia. This model is the GT50 and is the result of 35 years of experience from Mark Richards, CEO of Palm Beach Motor Yachts and now CEO of Grand Banks Yachts. This yacht seems to draw on lessons learned from the history. Look at the fascinating lines, which recall the style of the past. But be careful, it is built according to the most modern technologies.
Lo scafo è costruito per infusione di resina vinile.
The hull is built by infused vinyl ester resin in e-glass, and the deck and the deck house are made of carbon. A little by habit and a little to further lighten the construction, even some furnishing elements are made of real carbon. And at the end, this hull, 16.4 metres long and 4.48 metres wide, weighs only 13 tonnes. It remembers the lobster boats. The lines of the hull have obviously been designed to slice through the sea, but even the sides, with their sweet course, seem in harmony with the waves. This colour undoubtedly enhances the design of the hull. The exact name of this model is GT50 Salon Express, but there is also the open version that will be launched at the Cannes Yachting Festival in 2019. With a wraparound windshield that extends along the sides and the roll bar. This model is more versatile, the other is more for sunny days. On windy days like today, the Salon is the fulcrum of life on board. When you navigate, there are 4 front-facing seats, allowing you to observe the 360-degree panorama. Sofa and table form a comfortable living area where you can also have lunch. The cockpit is attached to the interior through a door and a sliding glass door. Outside, 2 furnishings contain refrigerators and ice makers, and perhaps they could also be set up with a barbecue. But the kitchen itself is undercover. Here it is, a long countertop, lots of furniture for the galley and appliances. The style is elegant, without a precise connotation. I believe that it can be enjoyed all over the world for many years. In the bow, the most comfortable cabin with a double bed you can walk around, a wardrobe, 4 drawers under the bed, and a chest of drawers under the mirror. The windows are small and are in the upper part of the sides, because here safety counts more than light, which, moreover, also comes from the manhole on the bridge deck. There is another, less spacious bunk. The bathroom is very large. The extra-large shower, the sink and the toilet lid are made of carbon. It's a very well-organised room with lots of storage. Before starting, 2 important qualities of this boat, despite the waves, the current here in the inlet in front of Miami, and the strong wind between 25 and 30 knots with the Volvo Penta dynamic position system. The boat is perfectly still at the same point since we started the show, and with the gyroscopic stabilizer, it is very stable. The stability characteristics of this hull are also due to the fact that the weight at the top is very little. But will we have the same qualities applied during navigation? It's time to try. We chose Miami's inland waters as the theatre of our test. Outside the ocean today, it's really scary. On this unit, they've installed two 600 horsepower Volvo Penta engines. The model of this engine is the IPS 800. 800 because, according to Volvo, this is the equivalent boost that is achieved thanks to the pod drive and the double propeller front gear system. It is suggestive to navigate in a situation like this alongside ships so large, so much bigger than this GT50 of Palm Beach. The reactivity and rapidity with which it begins to plane. We understand that the power for this weight is more than enough. The driving system is fabulous, very light and very fast. We are at 1,590 RPM. Our speed is 15 knots. We are planing and the consumption is 55 litres per hour. Palm Beach GT50 is all about efficiency. For example, I brought us to 1,800 RPM. The consumption in this moment is about 4 litres per mile, and the speed is 18 knots. Okay, continuing in our trial, we discovered that at 1,950 RPM, the consumption increased slightly, 4.5 litres per mile, but we are at 21 knots. 91 litres per hour up till now, for both engines. Okay, the angle in turns is really minimal. Now we feel it against the sea, against the waves and against the wind. Let's try it at maximum speed. Okay, let's give the engines time to gain the speed and the propellers to reduce the slip. 3,000 RPM, 241 litres per hour, 6.4 litres per mile and speed 38 knots. Okay, today the boat is a bit heavy. The crew of the boat show is full and the tanks are as well. I believe that as a cruising speed to travel quickly and pleasantly, you can choose 2,550, 2,600 RPM. We're at 170 litres per hour, 32 knots. In litres per mile, it's 5.4. Steep, dry waves. In fact, they make themselves heard from the acoustic point of view. But in reality, navigation is comfortable. When I saw this boat for the first time with its fascinating line, I thought, here, this will remain in my heart. Now that I've tried it, I believe it will also remain in my mind because of its navigation skill.